Now hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and in today's video we are on a very special island somewhere in, I think this is New York State. Yeah, that's where we are today. We are back with another episode of my little Discovering Interesting Places All Around the World series. Today we are again on an island that is actually pretty small, and talking about small, this is not a very large airfield, is it? Now this little airfield is called Elizabeth Field, and yeah, we have two runways here actually, which is a first timer on this channel, you know, having a small airport with two runways, even though it's quite common to have more than one runway in the US or in general in America. One of these runways is only 1,700 feet long, which is by the way 500 meters. I guess it's going to be runway 7 or 25. The one that we're on right now is a little longer at 2,300 feet or 710 meters. That is very interesting. Now we are on board a Cessna 172, which does not bother with a small runway like this. Let's just see if we can fly. This is, by the way, kind of another, like, I don't know, test video, because I'm recording this on my laptop, on my MacBook Pro 2019, the 16-inch one, and actually, we have an FPS counter up here. We're running at around 50 FPS at quite good graphics settings, which is actually giving me a lot of hope for this laptop. Let's just see how this video goes. Here we go. We are just casually rolling on our takeoff. Actually, I wouldn't really be comfortable flying even a Cessna here, because that could really get close. I mean, honestly, we have now used the whole runway for this little takeoff. We're gonna want to be careful with bigger planes. Now let's talk a little bit about statistics. In 2007, yeah, that's the only statistics we have here, there were over 2,000 aircraft operations here at this airport, which is actually not that bad. I can imagine that there, especially in the summer, is a lot of New Yorkers that, I don't know, maybe even own houses here on the island that want to visit this place. And, you know, you can either go here by boat or by plane. I think plane would be the easier solution here. Actually, 52% of the traffic here is air taxi, while only 47% are general aviation traffic. You know, you can easily book an air taxi to this place in, for example, probably a Cessna 172 as well, but maybe also another plane, something like the Twin Otter. Yeah, the infamous island hopper that's also used in places like mountains or anything. Yeah, this VTOL plane will land anywhere you want it to, and I'm very confident that this plane will even be able to fly perfectly fine at Elizabeth Field. Alright, let's now get this plane ready for this landing. We don't have any landing gear to put down, by the way. This is a fixed landing gear, which is not perfect because, you know, that does take away quite a lot of speed, but whatever. We have landed this place everywhere around the world. It doesn't even matter. Here we go, we're looking good. Now, by the way, we are flying in perfect weather conditions, which are probably not always the case here. You know, on islands like this, there's mostly a lot of wind, but whatever. Let's just get this plane landed down on the runway anyway. Oh wow, that was a really bad one, but it was a nice sacrifice for a very, very quick stop. This was obviously just for demonstration purposes, and it's not because I'm a bad landing pilot. Let's check out this landing. Come on, it wasn't that bad. Oh, alright, maybe it was, but whatever. This was a successful landing. But now, let's actually go to somewhat of an airliner level. You know, planes like the Twin Otter, they can fly anywhere, as I've already said. An airliner like the Saab 340, which is a plane that we've reviewed earlier, probably is not that kind of aircraft. Let's just see if it can fly here anyway. Alright, welcome aboard the very interesting Saab 340. This is a Swedish plane. Actually, it is quite a nice one, and as you can see, the laptop is not very well at rendering these engines. Jesus Christ. In general, this plane is kind of broken, but you know, let's see if emergency operation is possible with this aircraft here at the airport, even without a working cockpit, like at all. Jesus. Alright, we are speeding quite a little bit, and there we go. This was a successful takeoff. Yeah, these turboprop planes, they are very powerful, and you know, they're capable of a lot of things. I think we can move on. This was actually pretty nice. Let's actually go for a jet plane now. I kind of feel like doing that, but maybe to start off, let's not overdo it, right? We should try something, you know, casual, like the PC-24. You know, we're going a little bit on the, you know, more exotic route of planes today. The Saab 340 is a Swedish plane, and we're now in a Swiss plane. Alright, welcome aboard the very nice PC-24. This plane, it also can land pretty much anywhere. And again, we have a situation where we don't have a working cockpit. So this is another emergency. You know, this can also be nicely simulated. What would happen if something like the PC-24 had an in-flight emergency and, you know, well, had to land on Elizabeth Field. We're looking good. I mean, honestly, I don't know my speed, which is not very good because I don't usually fly this plane a lot, so I don't really have a feeling for it, but you know, this should be good. Yeah, I don't know, the MacBook is not handling it very well here, but let's just see. Alright, talking about not handling it very well, that was a very bad landing, Jesus Christ. But a very quick stop as well, I'm kind of proud of myself with that. Again, we're only testing today, I'm not, you know, showing my actual pilot skills, right? But this was actually fine for a landing that I did not know any information about. This was totally a survivable landing at least. And there we go, we have landed our first jet plane at Elizabeth Field. That was pretty nice. Let's go ahead and move on. Maybe a big airliner now, I kind of feel like it. 737 it is. Let's just go ahead. Alright, so we have been able to land this 737 on a short runway like this before. Let's maybe for the sake of it go for the runway 07, which only has 500 meters of length. It could theoretically still work out. No, probably not, but yeah, whatever. Alright, welcome aboard the 737. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Let's just see if we can get this plane landed somewhat. This is not looking too bad. Let's see if, I think this is American now. Let's see if American can fly to Elizabeth Field. I guess there's a little bit of demand for it. By the way, this island is called Fisher's Island. It's not Elizabeth Field Island or something. It's just the airport that is called that. And again, it seems to be quite a popular destination. But first of all, let's go ahead and land. Oh wow, this is gonna be close. And a hard landing as well, by the way. Come on, stop. All right, I mean, I think this was a stop now. There we go. That was, you know. By the way, here you can have a closer glance at the ramp here. What do we got? We got some Cessnas and some more Cessnas and some cars actually as well. Let's check out this landing. Just like pretty much all of the other planes in this video, I applied reverse thrust in midair, which is always a very, very big help for stopping, but it doesn't really help with the smoothness level of the landing itself. But there we go. This was quite nice, even on a 500 meter long runway. So let's get a little bit ridiculous as this worked out. Let's maybe try somewhat of a 747. So we got three versions of the 747 here. We got the 100, the very old one, the 400, and the 8, which is the most recent one. But I'm not quite sure if this is going to work on this MacBook. I guess there's only one way to find out. Let's just start the flight. All right. I mean, it's partly working. Let's see if we can somewhat do a takeoff or something. I don't know. It's probably not going to work out anyway, so let's see. Full power. There we go. We're looking actually pretty nice. The engines are working, which is the most important part, but they're probably not accelerating our plane enough for a safe takeoff, right? I mean, even though the 747-8 doesn't need that much of a long runway, actually. There we go. We've actually taken off now. So there we go. You can fly all around the world from this place, from Elizabeth Field. Probably doesn't make any sense, but it does work. So, what can we say about Elizabeth Field? This is actually a very interesting airport, and you can only find airports like this in the US, really. And there we go. We just tried taking off the X-15, which I've also made a video about. This is actually the fastest plane that there is, because as you can tell, this has a rocket engine. But yeah, Elizabeth Field is actually pretty cool. I would like to visit this place in real life and fly somehow, even though it's not the safest airport either. So yeah guys, thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you tomorrow. As always, good night.